Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be reading from a Reddit thread for scary true horror stories from Uber. So let's jump into it. Number 4. Someone in the back seat. In August of 2013, I was driving home from a friend's house at around 1 a.m. I had only driven an Uber for about 2 weeks. I got a notification on my phone that a passenger requested a lift from a hotel 30 minutes away. The pay would be really good. So I took the request. I drove to the hotel and parked myself outside. I saw a man matching the description of the passenger come out of the hotel, open the car door, and get in the front seat. We started talking, and he seemed like a nice guy. He told me his name was Jason, and he needed to get home because he had an early flight the next day. He also told me how much he loved my car. At one point during the ride, I felt like someone or something brushed against my leg. I looked over in the corner of my eye and saw the outline of a little girl sitting in the back seat. I ignored it and continued driving. Then I felt it again. I tried to convince myself that it wasn't there and just focused on the road. About 10 minutes later, the man in the front seat turned around, looked at me, then at the back seat, and yelled, "Who is there?" He started freaking out. His face went pale and he started screaming, "I don't want to die." I pulled over, opened the back door, and there was no one there. The man in the front seat started crying and said he would pay me double if I took him to the nearest church. I took him without arguing, and we drove to a church about 5 minutes away. He got out and ran inside. I didn't see him come out. I locked the doors and called the police. When they arrived, they asked me why I called them. I explained everything that happened, and they searched the car but found nothing. They also checked the hotel security footage and saw Jason checking in alone. I never got paid for that trip and still wonder if Jason made it to his flight the next morning. No. 3. Passenger. I picked up this guy who was very intoxicated and smelled like stale alcohol. It was obvious he had been drinking for a while. When I stopped the car and turned around to tell him he had arrived, he was kneeling in the front seat like he was praying. He thanked me for the ride and started to get out, but not before telling me to keep the change. He left without paying and without saying goodbye. I was very uncomfortable and reported the incident. The support team contacted me to ask if I wanted the fare, but I declined because I didn't even want the money. No. 2. A ride home from hell. I was out late celebrating my 21st birthday with some friends. We had a blast, and we were all drunk. We ordered an Uber X home. There were 6 of us, and 2 of my friends couldn't fit in the car with us, so they decided to take another Uber. This is where things started to get creepy. My friend's Uber driver was quiet and didn't say anything. They asked him to put on the radio, and he responded, "No." My friend said, "Okay," and decided to stay silent. After about 10 minutes, the car suddenly swerved and almost hit a tree. My friend asked what he was doing, and the driver responded, "Getting air." He then started speeding and weaving in and out of traffic. My friend screamed and begged him to stop. He finally pulled over on the side of the road and let my friend get out. "You think I'm gonna let you get away?" I sped up and he chased after me. We were both going well over 100 miles per hour. I called the police as soon as I got home and filed a report. The scariest part is that our driver was never found. Number 1. Zombie apocalypse. I was taking an Uber home from a bar at around 2 a.m. I was completely drunk and barely remember getting into the car. I had taken a lot of Ubers that night, and I had no idea which one of them I had actually gotten home. I called the police and told them about the situation. They were very helpful and offered to send someone to my house to talk to me. I agreed, and they arrived within 10 minutes. The officer asked me if I knew what had happened to me, and I told him that I had no idea. He then asked me if I had seen anything suspicious. I was horrified. I had seen a real-life zombie apocalypse driver. The scariest part is that he's still out there somewhere. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more.